have any idea how it is to be tied to?
Tied to? More like addicted to. Being sexually pure.
To abstaining from drugs and alcohol.
To breaking away
from what is wrong.
And looking to God for help.
Where do I start? I was in the 8th grade all the way up to my first year in college. He told me that I was the most beautiful thing he had ever seen. It started when he kissed me, and it ended when I
started doing the things that my friends from the office were doing. Their type of relieving stress and having fun was going to the bars and drinking and going to parties after parties. And I remember I had a choice, either go with them or be marked as the uptight Christian person. So I made my choice, but the wrong one. And I remember telling myself just once, but once turned into twice and more. I then started
dressing like them. And let me tell you, the way they dressed, the way they put themselves out there like it was nothing. At the time, I didn't think. I thought that I was with this group that everyone loved and adored, and though I knew I was doing wrong, I thought I was justifying my actions because
I was going to church every Sunday, told myself that was good enough.
I thought I was good with God because I sat there every week like I thought I was supposed to.
Problem was my heart wasn't in the right place.
I would leave church, enter the world again, and go back to what I was doing.
Cheating on my wife, sleeping around with girls I wasn't married to. I knew it was wrong. Do you know how filthy and dirty I felt? But I couldn't get away. It's like every time I tried to get away from the girl, she just kept pulling me back and back.
I don't know why I kept going back to him. You don't understand. It was like this feeling. Actually, more like this emptiness. And each time I would go back, I thought I would feel it, but there was only pain afterwards.
So I kept drinking as if the bottle was my God. I kept doing the drugs to take away that pain. But let me tell you, nothing could take away that pain. Nothing could fill that empty hole inside of me. And I kept asking, why?
Why did I think that this girl or any other girl could give me the love that I longed for? That looking at pornography for hours would fulfill my desires. It started getting worse. My marriage started falling apart. It's like every time I saw a woman, my mind was consumed by her until I slept with her. You don't know the bond that you make with someone when you sleep with them. And if it's not the right person, it can be
terribly wrong. They'll have this control over you, but you won't even see it.
It's like you won't be able to break away from it.
As if your very own soul is tied to that very thing. It's like I was stuck in a cycle that I couldn't break free of. It's like after a while, I just lost all hope to live. But then God saved me. He saved me. The one who cheated on my wife, the one who looked at pornography, he saved me. I had an encounter with Jesus Christ, and oh, did he encounter me in such a way.
He opened my eyes to see that everything I was doing was just to fill this void when I already had someone to love me. I just wasn't paying attention to him.
I wasn't listening to him call me. I was ignoring the fact that I was hurting my father, my own father. How could I be so stupid? How could I fall into the worldly things that offer me nothing?
Nothing but pain. Nothing but shame. How could I go back to that when I had a father who was beaten so that I could be whole, who was whipped so that I could be healed, and who died so that I could live? How could I go back to that when I had someone like that? Who else would do that for you? Go ahead, tell me. Tell me.
God is here to strengthen you and take all your burdens upon his shoulders.
He wants to make you strong and use you as a vessel for his glory. So don't be caught in those temptations.
That's right. Look to him and tell him everything, no matter what it is, if it's lust, if it's porn, if it's sex, if it's alcohol. You come to him no matter what age you are, and you leave it to him to fix you.
That's right. God changed us. God changed me. Yes, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be hard. There's going to be temptations that I encounter that I don't want to. There's going to be mountains that I face that I can't climb. But as long as I walk with him step by step, as long as I call on his name, Jesus, I am saved.
He saved us.
Our God is good. Our God is great, and our God is mighty.
And that feeling of emptiness?
Gone.
Soul tied.
Yeah, kind of like a soul tie.
This time to God.